threatened extortion your first week here.
That was an accident.
Break privilege, for which you almost got disbarred.
Horseshoes.
Sleep with witnesses.
Just the one.
You are seriously self-destructive.
Isn't everybody?
The difficult thing about firing him,
aside from him being your friend,
is that once again he fell on the sword for somebody else. And he did save us from a malpractice judgment.
and possibly expose us to something much worse.
Eleanor said something about me being self-destructive, but I assure you, if I am, unwittingly or unconsciously, trying to take anybody down, it isn't you or this law firm.
Nothing?
They just pulled the offer. Completely.
On the eve of trial?
Karen, it seems I've been duped. The defendant's lawyer is known to be underhanded. I now think he led me to believe they'd settle only to string me along. We are very ready, Karen. This lawyer, it's a setback, no doubt. But tomorrow, we are ready to proceed with this trial.
I need a lawyer.
Hold on a second.
Wait, I need Bobby.
Sir, you
Where's
need-
Bobby?
What's going on?
I need a
Seems
lawyer.
that he needs Bobby. I could
No,
be mistaken.
no,
Sir?
Sir, come here. Eleanor, can you take Karen into your office, please?
There's not much time. There's not much time.
All right.
Take it. Take it.
That's very kind, but I already have a knife.
Please don't be here any second. I need you.
Please, freeze! Get down now!
You get down. What the hell is this?
Where is he?
What is going on here?
Did anybody just come in here?
6 people, in fact, dressed in blue.
We're looking for a man, mid-30s, jeans, blue jacket. He entered this building.
Is he a criminal?
He's a homicide suspect.
Homicide? My God, do you know what you've done? We represent murderers here. It's quite possible the man you speak of came into this building to hire us. With the 6 of you, guns out, now will never come in. You may very well cost us business, officer. Bad policeman. Very bad.
You've got to help me.
Mr. Grayson, I already have. It's a miracle the police didn't insist on searching the place, in which case...
I was hiding under the table.
I appreciate that, but trainees at the academy are now advised to look under tables. It's been a giant leap for law enforcement.
Look, I'm just asking for you to hold the knife.
And as I've explained, I'm not permitted to do that. This would be considered evidence.
Please. It's evil. It makes me do things.
Mr. Grayson, if we were to assume possession of this weapon, and you were to be charged with a crime, we would have an obligation, a legal obligation, to turn it over to the police.
Look, I'm telling you. It's evil. Makes me do things.
You know what? Why don't you let me turn the evil knife over to the police so that they might incarcerate it?
No, they'll trace it to me. I'm not going to jail. I want it in a place where the police can't get it. Where I can't get it.
Would you excuse me for a minute?
Are you going to call the police?
No. I just want to discuss this matter with my colleagues. I'll be right back.
Did he kill somebody?
No, there's blood on it. I don't think he used it to puncture a tire.
Why doesn't he just throw it in a dumpster?
That might make sense, Eleanor, but I can't counsel him to do that. Unless you'd like me to.
No. We can't advise the destruction of evidence.
Well, we can't keep it, Eugene.
If he leaves with it, he might kill again. It's evil.
Excuse me. Thank you for your help. I'm going to look for another lawyer.
Well, seems we dodged a bullet.
Yes. Seems so.
What are you doing?
Getting back to work. We have a trial in the morning.
You'll testify first, and then we'll be calling our doctors.
Okay.
Just speak from your heart, Karen. Emotion is the strongest part of our case.
We don't really have a case, do we, Eleanor?
Counselor.
Excuse me, please.
I apologize for my client pulling the offer last minute like that. We really didn't see it coming.
Right. 300,000, no admission of liability, sealed, we're done. We can get a drink, patch up our differences.
I can't go 300. But how about 0? Does 0 work for you?
He's been arrested.
Who?
Ted Grayson, Mr. Knife Man. Victim was a CPA stabbed in an alley. Witnesses evidently saw Teddy and reported his license plate.
So they've got him in custody.
Yes. And he called asking for you. Seems that he didn't find other representation.
Did they recover the knife?
No. No sign of the knife.
Okay, you might have to cover the arraignment. I'm in trial here.
But I'm not licensed.
It's just an arraignment. Also, find out anything and everything you can about Mr. Grayson.
Alan.
I'm coming. I'll see you at the arraignment.
My husband was very depressed about his job. He hated the insurance business to begin with, and when his performance declined, he just went into a tailspin.
Did he get treatment?
Yes, he saw a doctor who prescribed Laretol, an antidepressant.
Did that help?
No. Almost immediately after taking it, he became more agitated, volatile. About a week after he was on it, he struck me.
He struck you.
Yes. Which was so not him. Paul was... He never showed any signs of being hostile. Certainly not violent.
What happened then?
He started getting into altercations at work and was subsequently fired. That's when he said he wanted to kill his boss.
Did you think about calling the police?
No. Because as I said, I couldn't even fathom that he would... Later that night, he turned the gun on himself.
And you blamed the drug Laretol.
It transformed him from a kind, docile man into a volatile, violent person immediately after he started taking it. I know it was the drug.
Your husband was very depressed over work?
Yes.
Depressed before taking the Laretol?
Yes, but he...
Thank you. Did he ever hurt anybody after taking the drug Laretol?
He struck me once.
He struck you? With his fist? Open hand?
Open hand?
Were you injured?
Physically, no, but my children...
Thank you. Did he tell you that he purchased a gun to shoot his employer?
No. He said he bought it for personal protection, but
Which you had encouraged. Am I right? There had been a rash of break-ins in your neighborhood?
Yes. But he was talking about committing murder. That isn't personal protection.
Just so that we're clear. He bought the gun for personal protection. Then he became very depressed, and he turned the gun on himself.
He turned the gun on himself after consuming your client's product.
Your husband's life insurance doesn't cover suicide, does it, Ms. Evanson? With inexplicable tragedies, people often find the need to assess blame. Sometimes they have the need to find money.
Objection.
Withdrawn. Tell me, Ms. Evanson, why didn't you just sue the doctor who prescribed the medication? Pockets not deep enough?
Objection.
Sustained.
Nothing further.
I didn't do it. I promise you.
Can you tell me why you were spotted in the area?
I was there, but it wasn't me.
Who was it then?
It was the knife.
The knife.
I don't deny that it was in my hand, but I swear, all I meant to do was to threaten him, to get money. This knife is evil. It's done this before.
The knife has killed before.
It's tried, yeah. Which is the reason I can't have it in my hand. You know where it is, don't you?
If I were to know where it is, Mr. Grayson, I would be duty-bound to tell. Let's not have me know. Are we clear? Listen, you talk to nobody other than my assistant, Tara Wilson, and me. This is important.
Okay.
2 robberies and 1 prior assault. On each occasion, he claims to have heard voices. He's been fired from every job he's ever had.
What's his diagnosis?
He's never been treated.
I beg your pardon?
For his prior crimes, they just threw him into prison. I talked to his mother. She says that he's been crazy since he was 3. Apparently she couldn't afford a doctor. But that's a little unclear because she seems fairly unstable herself.
Are you telling me this man has never been treated? Ever?
I don't prescribe Laretol anymore.
But you did with Paul Evanson.
Yes, but after his suicide, I began to dig around and uncovered anecdotal evidence of patients becoming violent.
Doctor, after Paul Evanson started taking the drug, what did you observe?
He definitely became more agitated, erratic. I didn't suspect the drug until it was too late.
In your patient notes, you never described Mr. Evanson as becoming more violent.
I believe I noted the agitation as well.
Did you ever observe any acts of violence?
No.
As a matter of fact, you attributed his increased agitation to his depression, his despondency over his job. Did you not, Doctor?
I changed my position on that after uncovering the anecdotal evidence.
Anecdotal evidence. How many instances did you uncover where Laretol caused the patient to become more violent?
33.
33. And in those 33 cases, how many stated to a medical conclusion that Laretol was the cause of the violence?
None were medical conclusions because...
Thank you, Doc.
Wait, I would like to finish.
Go ahead.
In all of those cases, there were other variables which prevented a conclusive finding. But Laretol was the common denominator. And in each case, it was cited as the likely cause.
How many times, in your best estimate, has Laretol been prescribed?
Thousands.
Perhaps hundreds of thousands?
Yes.
And with these hundreds of thousands of usages, you were able to find 33, none of which conclusively found a nexus between Laretol and violence. Is that correct, Doctor?
Correct.
How many studies are you aware of, Doctor, that conclude the drug is unsafe?
None, but...
How many studies are you aware of that conclude the drug is safe?
Many. Most funded by the manufacturer, your client.
Do you have evidence to suggest that these studies were not conducted fairly?
No.
The problem is we have no scientific evidence. Even if we could prove the drug was unsafe, proving it's unreasonably unsafe, given the good it's done many people.
What about the negligence theory?
The problem there is there's nothing to show they could foresee any danger. We barely survived summary judgment.
What are you asking me to do here? It's not like I have an offer to accept. What am I supposed to do?
Nothing. I guess we're just bracing you.
You said you'd get something.
I thought we would.
I have no money. It's like you said. The insurance doesn't cover suicide. I have 3 children to raise. I have 3 kids.
We waive reading, Your Honor, and request a probable cause hearing. We'd also ask for a reasonable bail.
Excuse me, Miss Wilson, but I'm informed you're not a member of the bar.
I'm only here to enter a plea and to file Alan Shaw's appearance.
No need, Your Honor. I'm here. What'd I miss?
Mr. Shaw, this is a homicide case. You have better things to do?
Actually, I was searching for the real killer, Your Honor, with O.J.
Probable cause hearing is scheduled for tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
Your Honor, before we adjourn, we have a subpoena for Mr. Shore. Mr. Grayson was pursued by the police into Mr. Shore's building Tuesday night. Mr. Shore denied to the police that the suspect entered his office. Today, by the most stunning of coincidences, we find Mr. Shore representing the defendant.
Your Honor, I have no obligation to tell the police anything about a client, so...
We believe Mr. Shore may have information as to the whereabouts of the murder weapon. Mr. Grayson was overheard talking in jail about an evil knife that was in his lawyer's office.
Overheard? Where was that? Standing around the water cooler?
Chambers.
What do we say about talking, Ted?
Do you have the murder weapon, counsel?
We don't admit there was a murder, Your Honor. And if there was, we don't admit that it was accomplished with a knife. And if it was, we don't admit the knife exists. And if it does, we don't admit that we have it.
You don't have the right to conceal evidence.
I have the duty not to incriminate my client.
We're asking for evidence, not testimony.
The case law says a defendant cannot be forced by subpoena to turn over a weapon.
But we can force the lawyer. Do you have the knife, Mr. Shaw?
Frisk me.
Is the knife in your office?
I don't know.
You don't know.
If there is a knife, Your Honor, and I'm not saying there is, I have no actual or constructive knowledge as to its whereabouts.
Do you have it?
I do not.
Where is it?
It may be in the conference room. So I would encourage us all not to go in there, because if we have actual knowledge that it's in our possession, we, of course, would have a duty to turn it over.
So what? You're going wink, wink, and pretending you don't know?
I don't know, Jimmy. Not for a fact.
And you're purposely not looking for it.
Exactly. Ignorance is not only bliss, it happens to be constitutional.
Oh,
Mike, hello. Thanks for coming. Would you excuse me, please? Right this way, Mike.
I do not approve of this person.
Could you do me a favor and call me Michael in front of other people? I'm trying to come off, more respectful.
Respectable, certainly.
Well, what can I do for you?
I'd like to avail myself of your silent deploy program.
Is this for something illegal?
Michael, how could you ask me such a thing?
Yeah. You got the email address?
I have several.
I mean, how illegal is it? What we're planning to do here?
Michael, you know me. Just stall them for as long as you can.
Stole them. But he didn't like that you were late the last time.
I'll be there.
What's going on?
Eleanor, I have marvelous news.
They're suddenly offering to settle?
Not yet, but they will. Mr. Colby is in your office as we speak. Off you go, Tara. I'll be there shortly.
He's in my office?
I think he'll be very pleased. Let's go.
If this is a waste of my time.
I assure you it isn't. I'm doing you a favor, Mr. Colby. You'll perhaps want to buy me that drink after all.
I'm not a morning person.
Yes. I was going through the voluminous Discovery late last night, and I found this included among the multitude of various medical studies. It's quite helpful, though not to you.
What is this?
It's a letter, addressed to you, in fact, from your client concerning Laretol, acknowledging a small percentage of violent ideations and suicidal tendencies. Tick, tick, boom.
How did you get this?
I just told you.
This is from General Counsel to me. It's work product. We never turn this over.
You must have. I have it.
I asked you a question before. How did you get this?
Your client acknowledged a violent, possibly suicidal nexus between the drugs.
This is privileged.
Gee, if you're right, it would be malpractice then. For you to give it to me? Ouch. And your reputation has been so spotless to now. $2 million, Robert. You don't want the jury to hear that your people knew about the inherent dangers. Think of the punitives, Robert.
This is inadmissible. I'm bringing a motion in limine to quash it. And I will not be blackmailed.
Strategic mistake.
Alan, where'd you get that document?
I'm late for a probable cause hearing on Mr. Knife. I'd love it if you could start to prepare our response to Mr. Colby's motion. Could you help me on that?
I saw him running.
The defendant.
Yes, he jumped into his car and he just sped off.
Are you absolutely sure that this is the man you saw running?
Yes,
Did you see him run out of the alley or simply on the street?
just on the street.
And when the police pulled up seconds later, you said, that's him in that car.
Yes, and they took off after him.
And when you said that's him, why did you think the police wanted him?
Well, because he was running away. So when the police screeched up, I put two and two together.
Ah, 2 and 2.
We entered his apartment. He immediately tried to flee. He shouted, "It wasn't me."
It wasn't me.
We apprehended him. We noticed a bruise on his face. We also found $700 in cash on his kitchen table.
A bruise and money, is that all?
That and a prior record for armed robberies.
I see. Did that factor into your making the arrest, his prior record?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, I ask that you dismiss the charges with prejudice and an apology.
You can step down, officer. Do you have anything else?
Your Honor, the suspect's prior record can factor into reasonable suspicion.
Perhaps to search him.
He was spotted running from the scene. He then ran from the police.
The prosecution has no case. Running down a street is not evidence of a murder. You don't even have enough to call him a person of interest. I could be wrong on that.
All right, look. There are several issues in play here. I'm going to take this under advisement. We'll reconvene at 3 o'clock.
What does that mean?
It means he's going to think about it. In the meantime, you do not speak to anybody.
Okay, it's just that sometimes it helps for me to talk.
You cannot do that. Ted, if I succeed in keeping you out of prison, I need you to promise me you'll go to a hospital.
A mental hospital?
We need to make you safe from the voices. From the knife.
I don't know how he got it, but clearly it's privileged. It's not discoverable. And for it to be admitted...
You disclosed it?
He's saying we did. It's my suspicion, however.
How did you get the letter, Mr. Shore?
Discovery.
Your Honor, even if you were to find this correspondence to be work product, the opinion has to be based on some study. Why wasn't that study turned over to us?
I don't know.
You don't know. Did you ask General Counsel?
No.
Because what you don't know helps you.
This is a letter written from lawyer to lawyer, black and white, work product.
I am more troubled by your client concealing evidence. I don't know what you do and don't have, Mr. Colby, but the letter is admitted.
Now might be a good time to chat.
What's going on?
Opposing counsel is meeting with the defendant. We're expecting an offer at 2 o'clock.
Really? That's fantastic.
Yes, it is. Alan, can I talk to you for a second?
Well, not in that room. It might contain evil.
My office. Where did you get that document?
You don't want to know.
Damn it, Alan. I've had enough of not knowing. You and I are friends, in addition to being colleagues, so I am asking you to be straight with me. Where did you get it?
There's a software program called Silent Deploy. Basically, you can target somebody else's computer. All you need is their email address. I went into Mr. Colby's computer last night and hit pay dirt.
You broke into somebody's computer and you stole their private correspondence?
I feel ashamed. But compared to concealing evidence that a drug is potentially lethal?
Alan, I don't even know what to do with you.
Eleanor, you are my friend. I want you to be a friend to Karen Evanson here. If you insist on exalting your ethical duties as a member of the bar, I need you to excuse yourself from this case.
Why?
Because swiping this document is just the beginning.
What are you gonna do now?
I can't urge you enough not to be present for this.
Oh, I will be very present.
In that case, I need you to make me a promise.
What?
Don't speak.
If I have something to say, Alan...
You'll have nothing helpful to say in that room.
I'm sorry, can I...
I know where the room is, thank you. Who are these people?
Members of my firm.
Excuse them.
They're part of my legal team.
Excuse them.
It's all right, you can go. Thank you.
I presume you have a number?
1-3, sealed, no admission.
Very nice. But for $1 billion pharmaceutical company?
That's as high as they'll go, 1-3.
That isn't true, Mr. Colby, and we both know it. If that document becomes public, it could generate a plethora of new lawsuits. I typically loathe the word plethora, but when it can be used aggressively...
Look.
I'm speaking now, sir. A plaintiff victory would be devastating for you. And a settlement, sealed or otherwise, would be perceived as a victory. That's your worst nightmare. What you're desperate for here is a favorable verdict. That sends the most chilling message of all to future plaintiffs, does it not? I will sell you this document for $8 million.
I beg your pardon.
It becomes yours again. I won't introduce it. No doubt you'll get your verdict. And even more importantly, nobody gets foul wind of a very damaging admission.
Am I to understand you're offering to lose this case for $8 million?
You're going to accept my offer, Mr. Colby, not because you're dishonest or ethically challenged like me, but because you're human. Because you know this document, should it become public, would easily cost West Pharmaceuticals in the tens of millions, because you know once your client, your biggest client, learns you inadvertently disclose this to me, they will leave you. The career flashing before your eyes is your own, Mr. Colby. $8 million. I'll rest my case now. We all go home winners. And because you are an ethical man, you'll convince your client to hereafter warn doctors and consumers that studies show violent ideations as a rare but possible side effect. How about that, Mr. Colby? You get to keep your client and possibly save a life or two, all for the one-time offer of $8 million. I'd want the check today.
Where is he?
He'll be here any second, Your Honor. He's currently in trial on another matter.
Miss Wilson, I said 3 o'clock. Step up here, Mr. Shore.
I'm going to ask you now as an officer of the court, and you will answer me, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury. Do you have possession of the knife?
I do not.
Do you know where it is?
I do not.
Is it possibly in your office?
Possibly.
Did you look for it?
I did not.
Sit. If a lawyer knows he's been handed a murder weapon, he's got to give it to the police. That's the law. But he doesn't have to go looking for it. I cannot order Mr. Shore to provide privileged information leading to the knife's discovery. Without the weapon, the Commonwealth has offered nothing. The defendant was seen running in the area, period. The murder charges are dismissed without prejudice. The reckless endangerment, as well as evading the police, those charges stand. I'll grant Mr. Grayson bail on that. I do, however, hereby issue a bench warrant to search Mr. Shore's law office immediately. If you find the knife, we can start this whole process again. Until then, case dismissed. We're adjourned.
Okay then. Ted, we made a deal. You get help.
They're gonna find the knife. I wedged it under that conference table to find it.
You hid the knife under the conference table?
Yeah.
Alan. The judge has just called us back in. Have we heard from Colby?
Give me a second.
They'll find it.
All we can do is hope they don't, Ted. In the meantime, Tara's going to take you to a hospital. I've arranged for you to be admitted.
But the police will come and get me.
If we get you committed, perhaps they won't. Tara, there's a car in front with security.
Let's get you processed out of here.
I'll visit you tomorrow. Let's go.
Glad you could make it, counsel. I took the liberty of bringing the jury in without you. You may proceed.
I'm not doing this. You're on your own.
The plaintiff rests, Your Honor.
What do you mean you rest?
We presented our case in full. We rest.
What's going on?
Your Honor, I feel conflicted about introducing that document. Clearly, the disclosure was inadvertent as well as privileged. If the shoe were on the other foot, if this were ever done to me by another lawyer...
You have evidence that could further your client's case, likely win it. You have an obligation to use that evidence, Mr. Shore.
I'm afraid it'll make me look unscrupulous and the jury will punish us.
What's going on here? Miss Frutt?
I disagree with Mr. Shore. But it's his client and ultimately his call.
Without that document, this doesn't even get to a jury, counsel. I will direct a verdict for the defendant.
Well, I certainly hope you don't do that.
Oh, I will do that. You haven't even made a prima facie showing. You've introduced no scientific evidence. How in God's name could you even think of resting?
Your Honor, we hope for a settlement. They didn't blink. I tip my hat, but using this document, as an officer of the court, I can't bring myself to take advantage of it.
If you don't introduce it, I will direct a verdict against you, and I will recommend that your client pursue a claim for malpractice.
The plaintiff rests, Your Honor.
I don't believe this.
Slip that into your purse, Karen. This whole thing is sealed. We don't want anybody to find out, especially the judge.
The case is over?
They wouldn't be paying us $8 million to continue.
I don't know how to thank you.
Just go take care of your kids.
Alan, can I hug you?
No, I don't hug clients. I grope them on occasion, but I never hug them.
This is that man, Eugene. Ever since he's been here. Look at this.
Jimmy, could you perhaps lay off the guy?
No, I'm sick of this.
A party? Where's the punch?
Alan, can you come into my office, please?
Let's all go.
What, are they gonna beat me up?
Come on.
For the last 2 hours, our office has been turned upside down while the police look for a murder weapon. Myself, Jamie, and Jimmy, well, we've been unable to do our work because, once again, you have caused this place to be disrupted. Last week, I was at the point of firing you. So tell me, Alan, if you were in my position, running this firm, how would you deal with an employee like yourself?
That's a tough one. On the one hand, if someone's a liability, I say get rid of them. On the other hand, here's a check made out to the firm for $2 million, contingency on the case we just settled.
We're done. We'll be out of here in 5 minutes.
Did you find anything?
No.
But I don't get to leave when I want.
No. If you're committed, you can't leave until they say you're better.
What if I never get better?
Could you excuse us for a second?
I'll be at the door.
Thank you. Okay. 2 things. First, we'll make a list of all the doctors that you can speak to about the evil knife, and so forth. Outside of privilege, you can't talk to anyone about these things. Only the doctors.
How do you explain that?
Second, you will get better, Ted. You will.
He's been mentally ill his entire life, Ellen. He's in his 30s, for God's sakes. This is the first time he's seen the inside of a hospital.
Well, he won't be seeing it for long, Alan, if the police find that knife. Can we talk about the other case now?
No.
Alan, I know you. Are you trying to get disbarred? As self-destructive as...
All right, on that note.
Alan.
Hey. Jimmy, hello. Can I buy you a beer? You're right. Baby steps. My mistake. Half a beer. Good night, my friend.
Good night.
I don't get it, Eleanor. I see nothing redeeming about that man.
You have to know him, Jimmy. You have to know him.
Next, on the practice.
If I go back to Romania, they'll force me to get married.
Anna, let's go.
1 second, sir.
This is a family matter. Let go of me.
Mr. Viorka, your daughter is represented by counsel.
9 months ago, my wife was murdered. She was stalked. You can't do that to a person and only get 15 years.
This guy got any priors?
A ton. But if he doesn't testify, they don't come in, Eugene. Look, I'm not saying we won't get him. I'm just saying there's a risk. I've explained this to your client. He's just too emotional to hear it.
You mentioned going after him civilly. I'd like to do that.
Don't let this man make you more of a victim than you already are.
Thanks for watching Sunday's Best Dramas on ABC. Stay tuned now for your late local news.
Excuse me. I'm sorry to bother you. Are you a lawyer?
I am.
My name is Anna Viorka, and I need a lawyer.
I see. Do you have any money?
Some $12.
I see. You know, $12 barely covers the time it would take me to say I can't help you. And since I've already said it, give me the $12.
I'm from Romania.
That's a nice country. Beautiful castles.
I don't want to go back. Can you please help me?
Anna, what are you doing?
I'm not going back, Dad.
What do you mean you're not?
I'm not going. Can you please help me?
Anna?
What's going on here?
If I go back to Romania, they'll force me to get married.
Anna, let's go.
1 second, sir. What do you mean they're going to force you to get married?
They will, like they did with my sister.
This is a family matter. Let go of me.
Mr. Viorka, your daughter is represented by counsel.
Sir, I'm sure you don't mean to make trouble.
Oh, but I do. You're a foreigner. Take your hand off the girl, or I'll get you declared a person of interest, which means you'll be locked up forever without so much as a trial. Don't think I kid you. This is the United States of America.
I'm about to call for the police.
Excuse me, I hate to interrupt, but this one's urgent, Your Honor. Alan Shore representing... Is it Anya?
Anna Viorka.
Anna Viorka, petition for political asylum. Res ipsa doozy.
Where's the girl now?
Custody of the INS. Maybe hearing scheduled for 2 o'clock.
Why were you even there?
I was filing an appeal in a household matter and stumbled across the girl and her father. Jamie, could you do some political asylum research for me? I need it quickly. And also dig up whatever you can on the Roma faith.
Roma?
R-O-M-A, yes. Jimmy, looking well?
Meaning what? He's always meaning something with his little comments. Enough with the comments.
Oh, you have a walk-in. Lawrence Gilbert. He's in your office. He seems in need.
9 months ago, my wife was murdered.
I'm sorry.
She had been stalked, and the police were unable to deter him. And eventually, she was stabbed in our home. I've just come from the district attorney's office. The trial is set to begin tomorrow, and I've just been informed by the district attorney that she intends to offer 15 years. I'm here wondering whether, as the husband of the victim, I have any rights to enjoin this.
Actually, you don't. Clearly, if you were to pursue the defendant civilly, you'd have rights, but in a criminal proceeding...
What about it? Could we get it removed to a federal court? I know the federal government sometimes claims jurisdiction for murder cases so they can impose the death penalty, which this man deserves.
Again, you would have no standing to try to influence a criminal prosecution.
Do you think you could speak to this district attorney? This is what he did to her. You can't do that to somebody and only get 15 years. Could you talk to this DA?
Sure.
Thank you.
So, let's talk about your sister. How old is she?
She was 13 when she got married. Now she is 16.
After she was married, did she and her new husband,
Yes. My father waved the sheets with blood on them. That's tradition, to show that the marriage was consummated.
consummated is a big word for a 12-year-old to use.
There's some words I look up. That's one of them.
Why is your English so good? You have no accent.
We lived with relatives in the United States for 6 years. My mother was a visiting professor at Amherst. And then we moved back 2 years ago, and we've been on vacation here for the last 2 weeks.
Where does your mother stand in all this?
With my father.
You think I want to give him murder too? Look at my office. I'm obsessed with getting this guy. I'm just facing the possibility that I won't. Walk with me.
Why wouldn't you get him?
It's all circumstantial. No witnesses or forensics putting him in that house. Worst case scenario is he walks. I don't think Mr. Gilbert wants that to happen.
Well, this guy got any priors?
A ton. But if he doesn't testify, they don't come in, Eugene. Look, I am not saying that we're not going to get him. I'm just saying it's a risk. I've explained this to your client. He's just too emotional to hear it. And by the way, the defendant turned down the 15. What does that tell you?
I notified the Attorney General's office. They don't oppose.
Well, I do.
Your Honor, all I'm asking is that the girl be questioned in chambers instead of a big, intimidating theater. Come on.
The courtroom is where we conduct all our legal business, openly, notoriously, in keeping with the Constitution and the intent of our founding fathers. I do all my business openly and notoriously, counsel. All of it.
How about sex, Your Honor?
You've brought before me a motion for political asylum, counsel. That is a very serious piece of legal business. It will be tried and adjudicated in the courtroom.
It's not that she won't get him. She very well may.
On murder 1?
Well, that could be tough. More likely murder 2 or...
31 times he stabbed her. What could be more heinous than that?
With that many wounds... Clearly, he kept stabbing her after she was dead. Now, that suggests a rage or mental state that goes more to murder 2.
So he could get parole? This man deserves to get a bullet right between his eyes.
Look, she's trying for murder 1. She is a good DA.
You mentioned going after him civilly. I'd like to do that.
Mr. Gilbert...
I'd like to do that. He comes from money. I know he has a house.
Mr. Gilbert, people sometimes get consumed by hatred. Don't let this man make you more of a victim than you already are.
I think it would empower me to sue him civilly. Would you represent me?
Let me monitor the criminal trial for a day or 2, and I'll let you know. Assuming you are going to sue this man civilly, let me give you some advice. It's illegal to use a criminal case for the purpose of advancing a civil one. Now, I know you're not doing that, but Miss Alexander tells me you've been to the U.S. Attorney's office, pressuring them.
In federal courts, they have the death penalty. That's what he deserves. Death.
Well, if you hope to have a civil claim at all, you need to lay off the prosecutors.
A Chinese girl was granted asylum 3 years ago.
Forced marriage?
That's the good news, but it's not precedent. And Ashcroft has since recalled for further review all cases involving gender as a basis for asylum, including forced marriages.
Great. Jimmy. Continuing to look well.
As are you, Alan?
I'm afraid it's against the law for you specifically to stand there. Fire code, no egress.
Another fat comment, Al?
All right, Jimmy, I must warn you, in addition to my knowing jujitsu, I'm also a direct descendant of Johnny Quest. See how the lips move? While very few words come out?
Keep it up, Shore. Keep it up.
Hey!
The next-door neighbor had noticed a car parked several nights on their street with a man sitting inside, looking at a laptop computer.
Did she get a look at the driver?
No, but she took down the plate number, then called us after the murder. The car was registered to Jake Spooner, the defendant. We secured a search warrant for Mr. Spooner's home in Cambridge and executed it.
And what did you find, Detective?
On the defendant's computer, we found hours of video footage of the Gilberts' nursery.
Did you determine the source?
Yes. The Gilberts had a camera in the room. They used it as a baby monitor. It was over their daughter's crib.
Okay, but how did these images end up on the defendant's computer?
He's the one who installed the camera as well as the other electronics in the victim's house. And he also set up a system to intercept their videos.
And Detective, can you tell us what these videos on the defendant's computer showed?
On one file, it was mostly the baby sleeping. Sometimes Tracy Gilbert came in the room and played with her baby, and twice she breastfed her child. Mr. Gilbert was on it too, feeding her a bottle. But there was another file where he had edited together scenes and digitally manipulated them, giving them some special effects that he added.
So basically, he made a movie.
A graphic, disturbing movie.
Detective, Tracy Gilbert had been stabbed 30 times?
Over 30.
Would it be fair to say whoever killed her would likely be soaked in her blood?
Yes.
And yet you found none of Mrs. Gilbert's blood on any of my client's clothes, did you?
No.
What about his house?
Not blood. But his prints were all over the victim's house.
But he'd been in the house fixing some equipment a week before, right?
That's correct.
Thank you. No further questions, Detective.
Miss Alexander?
Nothing, Your Honor.
We'll recess, resume with our next witness after lunch.
I don't even like him.
Like who, Anna?
The boy that I'm supposed to marry. I don't think he's nice. I don't think he's cute. I don't think he's anything.
Now, Anna, in Romania, the legal age for marriage is 18, am I right?
Yes, but we are Roma. That's our religious faith. Tradition is that they arrange child weddings all the time. My sister got married at 13. And she had to have sex. I don't want to have sex.
You say these arranged marriages happen a lot?
Yes.
Some of your friends get married in this way?
Yes.
Are they okay with it?
Maybe they are, but I'm not.
Are you afraid of this boy?
No, I just don't want to marry him. Or anybody else.
Now let's talk about your mom and dad. Do you love them?
I do. But that doesn't mean that I have to follow all their ancient rules, especially the ones that are barbaric.
Barbaric? Did your lawyer tell you to use that word?
Objection. I told her to use reprehensible, repugnant, and criminal. She came up with barbaric all on her own.
Continue.
What do you think of America, Anna?
I love it.
Tell me, excluding this marriage business, if you could choose which country you'd rather live in, what would it be?
America.
I see. Is it possible this might be more about your wanting to stay here than it is your fearing going back there?
It's about me not wanting to get married. It's about me not wanting to have to be raped by some 15-year-old boy I don't even like.
A client?
Former client. I represented him 10, 12 years ago. I mean, his name didn't ring a bell, but when I saw his face...
When you represented him, what was he charged with?
Murder.
You got him up.
Look, Mr. Gilbert, I was doing my job. It's not like I liked the guy. Listen, obviously I would have a conflict representing you against him. But let me do this. I'll monitor the trial a little bit more. I'll assess your case. That much I can do.
If she's this opposed, I won't make her go through with it.
Well, according to Anna, her sister was opposed. She was crying and screaming when they brought her into the church. She had to go through with it.
The ceremony was halted and continued only after she agreed.
Under duress?
Mr. Shore, my daughter is afraid she'll miss her friends here. That's what this is about. I'm sure there are many kids coming out of Disneyland seeking asylum too.
You are forcing your 12-year-old daughter to be married, sir. Please don't equate
There are
that
Mormon families who do that in this country.
The Mormon Church does not sanction
But
marriage.
it happens. It goes on, and the police don't always enforce the law against it, do they, Mr. Shore?
How about we strike a deal, then? You leave your daughter here, we'll raise her in Utah.
Objection. Our marital success rate far surpasses the divorce numbers in this country.
This goes to show you what a little servitude will get you, right, Mr. Bjork?
Mr. Shore.
What happens now?
Well, tomorrow morning we hear from your mother. Tell me about her.
She's very nice, smart, a professor. If you had trouble with my dad, you'll be no match for her.
You don't think I'm any match for you, do you?
How are we doing?
Political asylum is tough, Anna. Though the whole world apparently hates us right now, we still seem to be the destination of choice.
Do you think you could take me away from here? Just for an hour or two. It's so depressing here.
I'll tell you what. I'll try to persuade the judge to let me take you out for breakfast.
May I ask, do you have children?
I'm sure I must.
I know you're gonna win. When I was looking around the courtroom yesterday, deciding what lawyer to run up to, I saw your face, and I knew you would be the one to save me.
The victim was stabbed 31 times over her face, neck, torso, hands. The blows were of such a force, her head was almost separated from her body.
What can you tell us about the weapon?
It was a knife with a 6 1/4-inch blade, serrated edges.
Do you know if the knife was ever located?
It was not. However, we found this knife set in the defendant's kitchen. The set is always sold with 5 knives of varying lengths. The defendant had only 4 knives. The one with the serrated 6 1/4-inch blade was missing. Tests showed that the wounds to Mrs. Gilbert's body were consistent with the missing knife.
And did the wounds tell you anything about the killer?
From the angles of penetration, we determined that the killer was over 6 feet and left-handed.
The knife you're referring to, would it surprise you to learn that 5,000 identical knives were sold in the last 3 years in the Boston area?
No.
And to confirm, you never found the murder weapon?
No, we did not.
Yes, it's circumstantial. But from where I sit, he's going away.
Murder one?
Well, that I don't know.
I have here an article. It says where the federal government can also bring civil rights charges, and it doesn't amount to double jeopardy. Does the death penalty ever apply to these civil rights cases?
Mr. Gilbert. I would never presume to know what you're going through, but, are you getting counseling? See, I took the liberty of looking at some of those videos, and there was one in particular. You were sitting in a chair, feeding your daughter, and what I saw was a father. A man full of love, somebody tender. What I see sitting across from me now is a man dominated by hate. Now, while your rage is certainly understandable, I would think that what your wife would want for your daughter is for you to try to be the man that I saw in that video.
I don't really know how to do anything else right now. Besides hate him. And to be honest, I hate you a little as well. For getting him off 10 years ago. For putting him... I'm sorry. Well, my testimony is first up. I suppose I should get some rest.
Should I give you the big defense attorney speech?
I gave that speech to my wife at the time. I gave it a line, you know. We represent the guilty, thus ultimately protecting the innocent. This is one of the innocents I was protecting.
After he had worked for us, he kept coming around, presumably to check the equipment he installed.
Did this strike you as strange?
Perhaps a little, but we weren't alarmed. Until Tracy started to notice him at the market, the gym, her art class. He was everywhere she went. We soon realized he was stalking her.
Did you go to the police?
We did. They said since these were all public places, there was nothing they could really do.
And Mr. Gilbert, at some point you confronted the defendant, did you not?
Yes. 2 days before the murder, I asked him to refrain from following my wife. I told him he was scaring her and my family. I stated I was afraid for her safety.
And how did he respond?
He said if he wanted to harm her, he wouldn't just follow her around.
My client had been in your house many times.
Yes, doing electrical work.
Even as recent as a week before the murder, he was in your house.
Yes.
So you didn't regard him as a threat?
We were getting nervous, but we attributed it to our own paranoia. Then, about a week before, he entered the house without knocking, and it jolted my wife. That's when I went to the police. 2 days after that, I confronted him.
I assume you loved your wife very much.
You assumed correctly.
Love anyone else as well?
I beg your pardon?
Were you having an affair at the time of your wife's death? Did you kill your wife, Mr. Gilbert? Objection!
Miss Willow, you'd better have a good faith basis for that question.
Sidebar, Your Honor. What's this about? Your Honor, last night I received an anonymous message. I submit a copy for your review. It may be completely bogus, but since it alleges that Mr. Gilbert was having an affair and that he is the killer of his wife, Tracy, bogus or not, it's enough to give me good faith for asking the question.
I'll allow it.
Your Honor, I really...
But you're on a short leash. Now step back.
Let's start with the affair, Mr. Gilbert. Were you in love with another woman at the time of your wife's murder?
I'd like to exercise my Fifth Amendment right not to answer. It had nothing to do with this case.
Mr. Gilbert, it may be irrelevant, but
She's married. She has a family. I can't do this to them.
What the hell is going on?
am I free to say what you've told me?
No.
Let me tell you something. If you plead the Fifth, you gift wrap reasonable doubt with a big red bow. Do you understand me? The fact of the matter is, Mr. Gilbert, you have no alibi for the night of the murder. Nobody can verify they saw you working late. The reason we dismissed you as a suspect is we had no motive. Now we do.
Hold on a sec.
I'm not trying to threaten you. I'm just making you aware. This is what the defense attorney will play like a trombone. Our only chance now is to explore this affair, rule you out as a suspect.
I'm not talking about the affair.
Well, then we're done, Mr. Gilbert. I'll certainly keep prosecuting. But we're done.
I was married when I was 12. My mother was married when she was 14. My grandmother was married when she was 13.
All arranged marriages?
Yes. All successful as well, I might add.
But Mrs. Viorka, I mean, you do appreciate that the idea is a little offensive to Americans.
I do. But Americans have trouble comprehending non-romantic unions.
Well, marriage without love.
Marriage is about family. Partnerships for parenting. In our faith, it's also about preserving ethnic identity. And by the way, arranged marriages still go on in the United States, however quietly, for this very reason.
In the United States?
Yes. And I don't mean simply in the Mormon faith. It happens with Orthodox Jews, the Greeks, Muslims, Hindus. There are thousands of such marriages every year in this country.
You see nothing wrong with forcing Anna to be married or to be raped.
If she doesn't consent to consummating the marriage, Mr. Shore, then sex shouldn't happen.
But Mrs. Viorka, come on, if her 15-year-old husband overpowers her in the name of religious consummation, he's not going to be prosecuted, is he?
First of all, how dare you presume Roma boys to be rapists?
Because consummating the marriage is part of Roma tradition.
Consummation is traditional in America as well. But if the bride says no, we don't assume rape.
We assume capacity to give consent. We can't do that with a 12-year-old.
You don't know our culture.
I know this is an archaic practice that has no place in this child's life today. I know persecution, Mrs. Viorka. I know crime.
In this country, you take newborn babies and snip off the ends of their penises. I imagine some other cultures would object to that. The United States believes in executing human beings, while every other westernized country finds that barbaric.
Yes. I'm sure we could exchange cultural barbs ad nauseum. It wouldn't change the fact you're this girl's mother.
And I love her deeply. And perhaps you would entertain a radical idea that a mother might know what's best for her daughter?
And perhaps you could allow for the not-so-radical reality this girl is a child.
Whose parents deserve the right to raise her according to their culture, even should it have the audacity to vary from the United States of America.
Told you she'd be tough.
Yes, you did. Anna, should we win here, are you going to be happy being raised by your relatives?
Maybe I'll marry you. Gotcha. My relatives understand. They'll look after me.
Won't you miss your parents?
Of course I will. I'll probably cry forever. But it's not right that I should be forced to marry somebody I do not love or even like. That is not right.
Jury's out?
Who knows for how long? With your friend taking the fifth. Who are we kidding?
Do you think it's possible he could have done it?
I don't know. You know, we always go to the spouse first. Because he had no alibi. We interviewed every person in this guy's life. All of them said he was devoted to his wife and family. Hopelessly in love with her were the words most often used. I don't see him stabbing her 31 times. No. I don't think he could have done it. To answer your question.
Here, representing the United States, a country being condemned worldwide at the moment for imposing its views beyond its own borders. Do I favor arranged marriages? Absolutely not. When children are involved, I find it abhorrent, as I'm sure you do, Your Honor. But it is simply not our right to dictate our notion of morality to foreign countries. Anna Vyorka is a wonderful little girl, but by her own testimony, she's not really afraid of getting married, she just doesn't want to do it. That simply fails to rise to the legal threshold of persecution that warrants asylum. This girl has a loving family, eager to safeguard her future according to their culture and their tradition. As much as we might reject that tradition, it is not our right to substitute our own.
Your Honor, these are not particularly proud times for Americans. Around the world, we're increasingly perceived as imperialists. Where they get that, I haven't a clue. But I think we can all agree the last thing we need to do right now is to continue to police more foreign cultures. The truth is, I agree with almost everything Mr. Bennett just said. But this is a child facing an enforced marriage she does not want, facing enforced sex she does not want. This isn't tantamount to rape. It is rape. Rape. It may surprise you, but I happen to be a very proud American. And where I remain most proud of our nation is in the belief that its people remain strongly committed to human rights. At our noblest, the United States serves to protect the weak, the oppressed. A 12-year-old child is asking you today to spare her from an unimaginable atrocity. I fully understand we can't be policemen for the world, but how about for one innocent, vulnerable child?
You sure you want to be here?
They know he killed her. They have to know it.
Mr. Foreman, have you reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
The defendant will please rise. What say you?
The matter of Commonwealth versus Jake Spooner, on the charge of murder in the first degree, we find the defendant, Jake Spooner, not guilty.
Thank you. This completes your service. Mr. Spooner, you are free to go. We are adjourned.
You okay? Mr. Gilbert.
I can still pursue him civilly, right?
Well, that affair business would come up in a civil trial, too. Mr. Gilbert, I don't mean to sound like a broken record here, but you really need to let it go now. I mean, you have a little girl. You have your entire life ahead of you. Otherwise...
I keep saying I got nothing to say other than this was justice. I'm innocent. I didn't stab anybody. And I'm grateful that the jury saw it my way. And now I'm just going to try to get back on with my life. Shots fired!
Witnesses reported a blue pickup fleeing the scene. There has been no description of any of the occupants.
Did he order it? Gilbert?
I don't know.
Who else would have done it?
I don't know.
Where is he?
Police got him for questioning.
Is there a reason you're not with him?
I'm done with the man.
People from all over the world appear before me every day, begging, please let me stay in this country. Some facing unimaginable poverty, oppression, or cultural hatred. We typically, uniformly, say no. Here we have a young girl who, quite justifiably, doesn't want to have her hand forced in marriage at the age of 12. Mr. and Mrs. Viorca, I find this Roma tradition to be repugnant, even sick. But I realize that could be my own cultural bias talking. And I am mindful that the legal test for persecution is not how I feel, or even what Anna feels, but what the reasonable person in Anna's predicament, in Anna's country, would feel. The testimony and evidence seem to clearly establish that these forced marriages typically happen in the Roma faith, that it's a cultural norm, and that the reasonable Roma 12-year-old girl does not feel persecuted by them. Looking at this through their lens, which I am required by law to do, I cannot find the level of persecution that would authorize me to grant asylum. Mr. and Mrs. Viorca, I would love nothing more than to impose my American culture and my American values upon you, but I can't. All I can do is hope, even pray, that you abide by your daughter's wishes. The plaintiff's petition is denied. The minor shall be immediately released to her parents.
Can we appeal?
No.
What do you mean? There's always appeals.
Not on this.
That's not right. Why can't...
Anna? You need to come with us now.
I can't. I won't.
Anna. You need to come with us.
I'm sorry.
Thank you very much. Goodbye, Mr. Shore.
Goodbye.
What do I do with this wrongful death research?
Put it in the file. We may send off an opinion letter if he ever asks. And make sure we bill him. Well, well, well. What have we here? Grieving husband? Murderer? Devil? All of the above?
The
police just questioned me for 5 hours and released me.
Yes, well, I'm sure there was no evidence. I'm sure the job was immaculate.
You stood beside me, Mr. Young. You, of all people, know I didn't kill Mr. Spooner.
I don't know you didn't order the hit, but I'll tell you this. Standing beside you, I had the opportunity to see your face when your wife's killer went down. You didn't look surprised, Mr. Gilbert. One could almost conclude you expected him to get shot.
Is that what you think?
Here's what I know. You were desperate for the death penalty. You said to me he deserves a bullet right between the eyes. Those were your exact words, Mr. Gilbert. Quite a coincidence, don't you think? I mean, considering where he got shot. You never had any affair. You sent that anonymous note to the defense counsel. You set yourself up with the question, then you pled the fifth, knowing full well your wife's killer would be set free. Then you had him executed. Because that's what he deserved.
Mr. Young, I'm sure Mr. Spooner had many enemies who wanted him dead. After all, we know he killed before, right? He was only free on a technicality, because you were able to suppress most of the evidence.
That's why you chose me. You knew all the time I'd gotten him off.
I wish you well, Mr. Young.